What is mindfulness? Is it a religion? Is it a cult? What is it? Mindfulness isn't a religion. Mindfulness is something that we do. It's something that we practice. It's something that we be. Yes, mindfulness does have its roots from religion. Many people from different cultures and religions and backgrounds have practiced mindfulness meditation, whether it be the Buddhists or the Christians, the Hindus, and the many, many other religions. Contemplation and mindfulness and meditation are things that many, many different people do. But mindfulness as a practice is exactly that. It's something that we do and something that we keep on doing so that we can be the best that we can be for ourselves. It's about looking within. It's about being focused and bringing attention to ourselves now and in this present moment. It's about trying to manage yourself, about being able to be. Now you're a human. Now that statement really needs to be, you're a human being. Mindfulness is about being. It's about being, and it's about the being bit of human being. It's about letting yourself just be. So how do we do that? And why would we do that? Well, mindfulness brings many, many possibilities. I would say infinite possibilities. It's also based on the individual. However, what are some of these possibilities? Well, it has been found that it gives us more concentration, more focus. It can help you with stress, with your anxiety. It can improve your learning and your thinking. It can improve your relationships, your listening skills, your communication. It can help you before and during exams. It can help you when you're feeling worried and stressed. It can help you with your health, your physical, mental, social, and complete well-being. It can help you with eating, your diet, your exercise. It can help you with you, for respecting you, loving you, making you reach your full potential. The possibilities are endless. So what is mindfulness? Well, you can see that the word mind is within it, and so is fullness. As we well know, things can be tough in life. We have many, many things to do, many things to care about, many places to go, many people to speak to, many things that we're responsible for. This makes our mind full. Our mind is amazing. It can be our best friend, but it also can be our worst enemy. The mind can overthink. It can make us feel out of control. It can make us feel a certain way. It can make the body have body sensations that are either pleasant or unpleasant. It can make us take decisions even before we even thought about them. The mind can make us ruminate and go over and over again, things over and over again. Sometimes the mind can play tricks on us. It can make us believe something that isn't even true. Our thoughts are not facts and they are not us. It's just something the brain does. The brain's amazing and it does this. It does it because it's there to protect us. The thinking is there to sense and be aware whether there's any dangers out there, whether something's there to harm us or hurt us. It's also there for us to think, get by, walk, talk, hear, smell, eat, learn. It's an amazing thing. It helps us to fix things, solve problems. It can do loads of amazing things. So what is mindfulness? Well, mindfulness practice involves meditation. It's involving different types of things and different things in our life. So let's talk about meditation. Mindfulness is about bringing our attention to the present moment. We may do this by using the body or the breath. The present moment, yes, the present moment is the here and now. It's a gift. And that's why it's called the present. Why do we want to be in the present moment? Well, to enjoy your life, to enjoy each day, because each day is a gift. It's an amazing new day. Every day you can do something new. Every day you can start anew. No matter what happened the previous day, you can start positively in this new day, the present. So how do we bring ourselves to the present moment? We bring our attention maybe to a certain place, a certain part of our body, to the breath. One of the meditations is called a body scan. The body scan is where we bring our attention to places in the body, usually starting from either the feet or the top of the head. You may bring your attention down to the feet. The positive aspect of doing this is when you bring your attention down to the lower part of your body, the feet, the toes, the ankles, the calves, the knees, the thighs, and just stop. It makes us feel calmer, grounded. We feel the feet and the body on the ground in the here and now. This also prevents us from having our breathing and our feelings at the top of the body. This sometimes is where the tension may be in our chest and our shoulders, our neck, our head and the front of the head. These are places that many people associate with stress and anger and frustration. We may want to make sure that the breath is gentle and calm rather than at the top of the body where it makes us feel anxious and worried about things. This is why, first of all, bringing the body and the attention down to the feet and the ankles, the lower part of the body, helps us. Bring our attention to the body, inside, outside, allows us to bring our attention to the here and now. We may even want to listen and bring our attention to the sound, outside the room first, maybe inside the room. This allows us to maybe listen to the sound, not name it or call it, just let the sounds go. A common thing that we do when we do mindfulness is to draw our attention to the breath. The way it comes into the body, the way it leaves the body, can make our stomach rise, can make it deflate. It goes in, it goes out. We may feel the breath and notice the breath through the mouth, through the nose. We may even hear the sound of the breath. The breath is an amazing thing. It's our life, it's our spirit, it's the life force, and it is our anchor to bring our attention to the here and now. The breath is always with you. It's something you can notice. It's what makes you alive. Now, whilst you're doing a body scan or bringing your attention to the breath, you may feel frustrated. You may think, I'm not doing this right. I can't feel the breath. I don't see or feel the stomach rise. I don't feel any tingling in my feet or feeling warm. I can't feel the ground. Don't worry. Don't judge yourself. Mindfulness isn't about getting it right or wrong. There is no right and wrong. Mindfulness is about being. Go through bringing your attention to the areas of your body. Bring your attention to your breath. Bring your attention to a certain place, a symbol. Maybe a candle, maybe a glass of water. Whatever it may be, just let it be. Now, a body scan can take anything from 5 minutes to 15 minutes. You can do it sitting up, making sure you're upright, maybe feeling like you're a tall, strong, solid mountain. You could be lying down on a comfortable mat or on a rug on the floor. You could be kneeling down or sat down, just like them images and pictures you see on the posters and pictures. You may be able to do the lotus position. You may not, and that's okay. As long as you're comfortable, it's all down to you. In terms of the breath, some ways people do the breathing exercise is to focus on the breath, the in-breath, maybe count. I breathe in, 1. I breathe in, 2. I breathe in, 3. And up to 10. And don't worry if you lose count. Just start right at the very beginning. The whole point is don't judge yourself. Mindfulness is about non-judgmental practice. To yourself, respecting yourself, loving yourself, being grateful for being here in the present moment. There are other types of practices within mindfulness. In particular, there's one called love and kindness, love and gratitude. This is about learning to love yourself, appreciating yourself, and wishing yourself well and happiness, and feeling free from pain and suffering. Now, that may seem a little bit strange, thinking, how can you free yourself from pain and suffering? There is always pain and suffering. However, that's the point. It's around acceptance that pain and suffering is a part of life. Some things you may be able to handle and deal with your family and your friends. You may be able to go to the doctors, to a sports trainer, to teachers, to schools. There's lots of things you can do maybe to solve your problems in life. Sometimes you can't solve these problems, so you just have to learn to accept them and let them go. That's life. It's also important to learn to love others. And actually, in order to really, really love yourself, you need to be able to respect and love other people. People are all around us. They're in our communities, our neighbourhoods, our families, our relationships. In order to have a good life, have smiles and laughter and celebrations, you need to have good people around you. You need to feel safe. You need to know that you're part of something that's special. Whether a family, a union, a school, a community, a group. It's important. It's important to learn your love and love yourself. Now, something in mindfulness that some people find often difficult is part of the love and kindness meditation that is around learning to love and forgive maybe people that you don't like, maybe the people that you feel you hate, your enemies. Again, if you truly want to love yourself, if you truly want to release yourself from pain and suffering, you need to learn to accept that there are people that have been unkind and maybe make wrong choices in their lives, but you need to try and let it go and understand that they need love and forgiveness too. They need you to think well of them in order to release your pain and suffering. It's the right thing to do for you. Yes, you may be angry. You may hate these people. They may have hurt you. But really take care of yourself and always try to love. Love you, love others, love your enemies. Love the people that maybe do wrong things to other people. Try and wish them well, because believe me, they need it. There are other types of mindfulness. Some of the things that we do at Raise the Youth, and along the work that we do with Mindfulness in Schools project, is that we teach young people and adults and teachers how to do mindful eating. You see, most of the time, and before I practiced mindfulness, I used to just eat as much as food as I could, different types of meals, and I'd eat when I were hungry, whether it be breakfast time, dinner time, tea time. Often I'd rush my food down. Sometimes I'd miss meals because I thought I was too busy and I needed to get to places. Everything was a big rush. Sometimes I missed them important meals too, sat down with family. I had dinner late, I had tea late. Sometimes I ate everything and anything. It was all about being fed. Now, mindful eating teaches something special. It teaches us to stop and think, and to take notice, to think about all the different foods, where the food came from, how the food got to you. Yes, your mum and dad might have made you a meal, your carer might have made you the meal, you might have even brought and made the meal yourself. You may have purchased a takeaway. But how did the food really get to you? Where did the food come from? How hard have people worked to create that food, to bring that food to you, to get it to the supermarkets, to get it to your local store? Which country did it come from? How was it transported to you? Think about all the amazing things and all the amazing people that have contributed to bringing your food to you, for you to be able to eat and live. How amazing could that thought and feeling be? How amazing is it that you've accepted and received that food? Many people have worked hard and toiled and worked hard to feed their own families in order to feed you. Lots of people have made all the things that it's took in the technology, the vehicles, the aeroplanes, the trains, you name it. Lots of people have done special things to bring your food to you. And what about the amazing earth we live on? What about the amazing places? The things that we have in the universe, the sun, the moon, the stars, the wind, the rain, the soil, all the things that contribute to food and to life, to your being. Being mindful of this, being grateful for this, when you look at your food and eat it, take notice, be grateful, eat well and be well. Other practices of mindfulness, for instance, there is mindfulness of walking around, maybe in the countryside, or taking notice of the beautiful earth, the beautiful community or neighbourhood. That's not mindfulness walking, but it's really good. Mindfulness of walking is about noticing each step you take. You may feel your feet on the ground, the sensation of walking, the feeling of the toes, the ankles, the legs, the hips, the way the foot rises, the way it comes down. When I first did mindfulness of walking, it reminded me of that image of the first person that went on the moon. There's no gravity, he's light, springing, walking, bending his knees, springing, walking. And that for me is a good way for you to start the mindfulness walking, taking it slow, feeling the sensations, knowing how the body's moving, reminding yourself and focusing on the breath, just being there in that place, in that time, that right moment. So why do mindfulness? Why bring yourself to the present moment? Why is this an important skill? Well, the mind tends to wander. It tends to go and flip from the past to the future. And sometimes these places can be a nice place, but more often than not, they're filled with regret and worry and anxiety. The mind can throw us into the future and really worry us. The mind can go into the past, and this may be a place of sadness and regret. It could be that these are places of enjoyment. However, mindfulness can give us a real moment where we can be here and now. It can give us some time for ourselves. It can make us feel and think how important we are as a person in the world. We can be mindful. You can always use mindfulness, not just sitting for 15, 30 or 40 minutes, or even an hour to ground yourself, but you maybe be able to use it just before you go and do an exam, maybe before an important meeting, or if you need to go and speak to someone, a parent or a friend, or to do something that you really worry about. Try it. Try something. In the Mindfulness of Schools project, there's a thing called .b. This means stop, breathe, and just be. Maybe close your eyes for a couple of seconds and notice the breath. This helps you to respond rather than react. Take care and be mindful.